These are the styles for the face mask. We have an open face mask, a closed face mask, a chin strap, and we do a headband or a neckband where needed. Measuring for the face mask is a two-step process. In the first step, we have you take a couple of different measurements of the head and the basic head shape. And from that, we make a prototype. Then we send you the prototype, and you mark the exact changes you want made to it to have the style that you want. So the first measurement we take is of the mid-forehead. And that goes right here. The second measurement we take is around the neck. And if needed, we do a measure at the bottom and top of the neck. I'll just do a bottom for today. And that goes here. If we did a top measure, it would be the next one up. The measures that we need for the face mask all have stars next to them on the measuring chart. The other measurements are not needed. So the third measurement is around the chin. And we get that, and Van, I'm just going to have you face the wall. To get that, you have the person looking straight ahead, and you go from the bottom, their bottom lip, around the chin, to the place where you'd want to end the garment. And that's how you get that measure, which goes here. We also take one, you can face back forward again, around the top of the head, from the top of the ear to the top of the ear. And to do that, we come around, starting right at the ear top, going around and ending right where the ear attaches. Other side. And that measure goes here. From these measures, we get what we call a prototype, which I happen to have right here. I drafted it in 5 seconds flat. The prototype is a basic head shape. We put it on the patient. And again, of course you're weighing in that the patient is ready for this, both physically and psychologically. And you want to put your head forward a little bit? Once you have your basic head shape on your patient, if you're going to do an open face mask, we'll do that first. You mark where the openings are that you'd want for the face. And you do that by using a water-soluble marker and marking the basic inside and outside points of the eyes first. And I do that by pressing in with my marker and asking the patient to say either that I need to move it towards the ear, towards the nose, up or down, or that it's okay. So Van, I'll have you tell me if this is okay. Okay, and then I'll do it. Then we do another one on the inside of the eye.
Okay.
And then for the other eye.
Toward the ear.
Towards the ear. So there I had to move it a bit towards the ear. Now the one that I got, that's the right one. I put a cross on it so I know I'm in the right place.
Okay.
Now we do the same thing with the nose. We're going to mark the outside point of the nose.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and now for the mouth.
Down. Okay.
Okay.
Down a little bit. Yeah.
And I'm going to turn your head. Then we mark for the ear, which is making a mark right where we can see the bottom contour of the ear and the top contour of the ear. And I'll just do that side for the ear. So now we take this off and we're going to cut out openings for these placements, put it back on the patient, and make sure the openings are going to work from them. And from that, we at Recovery Garment Center make the pattern. So I'll take this off. Once you've made your openings, you put the garment back on the patient and check that the patient's comfortable, that the openings are large enough, and that the patient is going to be able to wear it both when they're awake and when they're sleeping. Now, how large you make the openings depends on a lot of factors, like how burned is the person, where do they need more pressure or less pressure. Sometimes they make the eye openings smaller if the patient is only going to be wearing the garment to sleep, as well with the mouth. The mouth I'd make it smaller, but if they're going to be wearing it during the day, of course, I'll make the openings bigger to allow for movement. When you make the ear opening, I'm going to turn your head this way, you make a curve going back about 1/2 inch from where you marked the front of your ear, and that allows for room for around and behind the ear. Okay, so that's the basic closed face mask. If we were to do an open face mask, rather than opening all these areas, we would have made a line around the face, about the eyebrow level, going out around the eyes and coming to the mouth. And then you would cut that out and put it back on the patient and be sure that the opening works for them. And again, you're doing this in collaboration with the patient. They're the ones that have to live in this, and you want to be sure that it works for them. So I'm going to turn your head this way. Okay. Now, if we were going to do a chin strap, we would send you a prototype, and you would draw how you want the opening for the chin strap, which might be further away from the mouth area and cheek, or closer, depending on where the burn is. We try to keep it at least 2 inches wide on the top of the head, and then you would make a line coming down the back, again where you feel the opening should be. And we would make the final pattern from that with a Velcro attachment at the back, at the top in addition to the back, to allow the patient to be able to adjust it for their needs. Whenever you put a face mask on, you have to do some adjusting because there's so many contours in the face. It can change on the person the way the fabric moves, etc. And so you have to kind of play with it. We do try to get all the contours okayed with the patient when we're at this prototype level, because it's easy to change openings at this point. But once we've made the final garment, it's very difficult, if impossible, to change a lot of these openings. So we do, like I said, try to get this settled at this point. So those are the basic points for the open and closed face mask and the chin strap.